Hello YouTube, my name is Donald Fontaine.
Donald Fontaine. And I am Samuel Lee.
Ooh. We are the Soul Brothers,
Greetings.
the Soul Brethren. We come here to bring you news about performance basketball shoes.
Yes.
And we are going to do part of our Versus series. We take every shoe ever made versus every other shoe ever made. So we have an infinite amount of Versus videos that we can do.
Yep.
So pretty soon we'll start doing like 12 or 14 uploads a day.
Yep.
Anyways, we're going to do the KD8 versus the KD8 Elite. Both of these were your shoes. Let's break them down.
The KD8. Oh, damn. Okay.
I've tried them all, but I never played in them.
Yep. Okay, so the KD8 versus the KD Elite. So the traction, let's start off with the traction. The traction is the exact same thing. So
Same motherfucking thing.
Same motherfucking thing. But the KD8 Elite that I tried had translucent also, which did pick up a little bit more dust. So just don't get translucent, you guys. Just get
you know
solid.
what? No.
Well,
Well,
in
in the KD8. Sometimes translucent is good.
Yeah, sometimes it is, but most of the time a solid rubber outsole is better.
Yeah.
You know, so if you can, just try to get a solid rubber. If you play on a clean court, then it doesn't matter. But if you're playing on a dusty court, just try to get a solid rubber.
Yeah.
The traction is very nice. Usually, if you wipe, but once you wipe, you stop really fast and really hard. But it does attract a good amount of dust. I had to wipe like every 2 to 3 plays. And it's a super squeaky traction, right? And then the rubber is hard, and you could probably play it outdoors, but there were some comments saying it was really bad outdoors, and there's some comments saying it was really good outdoors. I only played a few times outdoors, so I'm not sure about the durability, but for me, I did stick to the floor. I didn't have really any major slippage, so it was okay for me. Cushion. Okay, so this is kind of where it gets weird because the midsole and the outsole is the exact same. But for me, I felt a little bit less give in the KD8 Elite, which I liked.
Right.
Because the normal KD8 for me, it was just way too bouncy where the ball of my foot was, and that was just too much give, and I didn't like it. But the KD8 Elite, it was still bouncy, but I didn't feel as much give, which I liked more.
Right.
So
interesting.
I don't know what it was. It's supposed to be the exact same thing, but I like the KD8 Elite better.
All right.
So kind of weird, but anyways.
That's that. Now moving on to the upper.
The upper, so the KD8, regular KD8 has fly weave. It's basically like a performance woven / flyknit kind of material.
Yeah.
It's a really soft cloth-like material, and it goes right over your foot. It goes right fucking over your foot. No, it goes like inside your fucking foot.
It's inside your foot.
It is so tight.
Yeah.
Which I'll get into. But the material was really nice. I liked it. I enjoyed it, and it felt like performance woven. So. Nothing wrong there, so I like the material on the KD8. The KD8 Elite had it was basically like a tech fit booty, where the whole upper is a foam / mesh upper with the compression sock, but then outside in the forefoot area, it's covered with whatever the fuck that material is. I don't know what that material is.
Oh, it's like a synthetic snake skin.
Yeah.
So it's like a synthetic leather-ish material.
Yeah, but not really. It's like a...
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah. It has literally a snake skin pattern on it.
Yeah.
The color what you had.
Yeah. So I like that material. I actually don't know which material I like better. Because the KD8 Elite, it was a really soft material. It's actually pretty supportive also. But the KD8 Elite is a really soft material. Went right over my foot, and then the synthetic kind of material in the forefoot area did add support with the posit wings. So but one thing with the posit wing was that it made me bleed. It was rubbing against
you don't make Sammy bleed.
Yeah,
if you make Sammy bleed, he makes you bleed.
Exactly. So I don't know. I think
the big difference here is the sock.
Yeah,
the compression sock.
Okay.
All right, so that's really the main thing. Now, if you were to choose an upper, which one would you rock with?
the KD8 Elite.
Yeah.
Because I'm factoring all like the fit / support / lockdown into this with the materials, which I shouldn't be doing because it's just materials strictly. So I think
they go hand in hand.
They
it's hard.
do. So it's kind of weird. But just strictly materials, I like the KD8. But then the KD8 Elite is actually really nice.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess I'll just give it to the KD8.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not going to win anything else.
Yeah.
So the fit for the KD8 was just way too fucking tight. I'm a 7.5 and 7.5. It was just way too tight. I would get needles even if I didn't tighten the shoe with the laces. And I went up to a size 8. I played in that. And then that was still too tight. So KD8 fit was just horrible for me. The KD8 Elite, they fixed it a little bit. I went to a size 8. But the width was fine. The length was a little long, but it was still doable, and I didn't really have any problems with that. So the fit, if you have a super narrow foot, you should go with the KD8s. If you have a normal foot to a narrow foot, you should get the KD8 Elites. If you have a wide foot, just don't get the KDs.
Don't.
Yeah, just really narrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to support. Both of the materials were very supportive. The compression sock does not give you ankle support. It gives you ankle compression, but it does give you lockdown in the heel, which I'll explain later in lockdown. But support wise, I'll give it to I would actually give it a tie,
right?
Because the ankle.
One thing about like ankle compression or just having a high that's really not supportive, but it's around your ankle, that for me will do something.
Yeah, it's
kind of like mentally, it'll just do something. I just find it that I don't roll my ankle as much, and but anyways, we'll move on. Okay,
so now going on to lockdown. The lockdown in the forefoot was excellent with both shoes. My forefoot was not moving around at all. In the heel also, the KD8 was nice, but the KD8 Elite, it just locked down my foot. It wasn't moving, or my heel. It wasn't moving at all. And it's surprisingly, it's actually a pretty easy shoe to slip on. Mm-hmm. So after you break it in, so after a few days,
loosen the compression up a little bit.
Yep. So lockdown, I would give to the KD8 Elites. Okay, durability wise, I like the tie.
Just tie them up.
Yeah, because the KD8 has flyweave, which will probably rip faster than the KD8 Elites. But then the compression sock, I feel like would rip. So I'd give it like a tie.
Right.
You know. Okay. Ventilation. Tie. They're both nice.
Okay.
Aesthetics. KD8 Elite.
KD8 Elite. I'm not mad at the compression sock.
Yep.
Once you put it on, and it's like if it's not like the orange duck colorway that fool was wearing up to his knee high, his knees, that's just ridiculous. But if you just do like a white or a black, I'm not mad at it.
Yep.
However, the white gets dirty as fuck immediately. Do not get the white. So, anyways, now price wise, they're the same price.
No. So actually, I don't know how much was the KD8 when they came out. Like 180, I think.
Yeah, they dropped a little, I think.
But like now they're like 100, like $90.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
So there's that, and then the KD8 Elite right now is $200.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I did not like the KD8s at all. I could not play in those.
Right.
So that's why I don't do any versus videos, because the KD8 will lose to everything, because I didn't like that shoe, you know. But the KD8 Elite, I really enjoyed. I love that shoe actually. The only bummer for me was the traction, because I did slip really bad a few times.
Yeah.
And which kind of makes me scared to play in it, because where we play, it's really dusty all the time usually.
Yeah.
But other than that, I really enjoyed the shoe on the KD8 Elite. So for $200 though.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you have money, definitely I do recommend it. But if you don't have money, just get a different shoe, basically.
But without factoring in money, the KD8 Elite wins.
It's way better. Yeah, without factoring any money in, you should definitely get the KD Elites.
Yeah.
So there's that.
There it is. KD8 Elite for the win.
Yeah, it's like usually the Elite models don't do shit. It's just like a gimmick. But this time around, I actually really like it.
Yeah, Nike's kind of been stepping up the elites a little bit. You know, the LeBron 13 Elite, they kind of changed it up quite a bit. So that's cool. And it's $200. It's not crazy expensive.
Not bad, yeah.
Usually elites go up to sometimes
$300.
Remember that LeBron 12?
LeBron 12 Elite Nike ID.
Nike ID was like $275.
Yeah.
I mean,
what the fuck?
That's crazy. Yeah. Anyways, my name is Don.
My name is Emily.
We are the Soul Brothers, and we will catch you next time. Later.
Peace.